Imagine you are lost in the Himalayas. You are not just geographically lost, you are physically exhausted. You are at 5,000 meters, where oxygen levels have dropped by half, and with every breath, your lungs are fighting an intense battle inside your ribcage. All around you, there is nothing but endless rock and relentless snow. And you are battling temperatures 30 degrees below zero. And right in the middle of this hell, there is a living creature. Only a few thousand people have ever seen it in the wild, but it has already seen you. For decades, scientists debated the snow leopard as if it were a ghost, and the debate centered on whether it even existed. Until 1972, no scientist had ever been able to closely examine a live snow leopard. The photos were always blurry. There were tracks, there were pelts, but the animal itself simply would not show up. It was as if the Himalayas were hiding it, as if this animal had chosen not to exist, but to remain unseen. In 1972, zoologist George Schaller managed to observe a snow leopard up close for the first time on the Tibetan plateau and wrote that famous line in his notebook. "This animal was watching me. I do not know how long it had been watching. This might be the most chilling scientific note ever written about an animal." Because Schaller was one of the world's most experienced wildlife researchers, and even he had not realized he was being watched. Tracking the trail of such a phantom took us years. If you would like to continue exploring these engineering marvels of nature with me, all you need to do is join us. Panthera, Unchia, or the snow leopard, the silent ruler of the Himalayas, the Karakoram, and the Tibetan plateau. It lives at altitudes between 3,000 and 5,500 meters. To put that into perspective, Everest Base Camp is at 5,364 meters. While climbers cannot stay at that altitude for long without an oxygen tank, the snow leopard runs, hunts, and survives at exactly that level. Its body is specially designed to pay the price of this deadly altitude. Its lungs are disproportionately large. Compared to a leopard of the same size, it can process 30% more oxygen. Its nasal passages are enlarged. It possesses a natural heating system that warms the razor-cold air it inhales before it reaches its lungs. The Himalayas tried to kill it, and the snow leopard responded by redesigning every organ. Its tail is nearly as long as its body, exactly 90 centimeters. You will not find this ratio in any other cat. Most people think of this as an aesthetic detail. They are wrong. This tail is actually a flawless balance mechanism. When making sudden direction changes on snowy cliffs, it adjusts the body's center of gravity with millimeter precision. Like a circus acrobat's balance pole, the snow leopard leaps from a 5-meter height, lands on a sloping rock, and comes to a stop in 2 steps. Without its tail, this descent would turn into an uncontrolled fall. As it moves from rock to rock, the tail adjusts its position with every step, maintaining balance. The snow leopard solves this using a tail, the same principle engineers call active balance control, which is identical to the gyroscopic stabilization systems found in unmanned aerial vehicles. Not only its tail, but its paws are also unusually large. It has the widest paw pads of any cat species. These paws act as natural snowshoes, preventing it from sinking into the snow, because its weight is distributed across a wide surface. It moves almost as if walking on water at depths where other big cats would be buried in the snow. This means it expends less energy. In the Himalayas during winter, conserving energy is a matter of life and death. Food is scarce, distances are vast, and the cold is relentless. Every unnecessary movement brings one step closer to death. The snow leopard's paws solve this survival equation even while it walks. Asterisk, the snow leopard's hunting technique is entirely unique to the Himalayas. It would not work anywhere else, and in fact, it is not necessary anywhere else. The snow leopard does not track its prey across open plains. It descends from above, in the Himalayas, steep and sloping terrain. The snow leopard always holds the highest vantage point. It is 4 in the morning. As a herd of bharals crosses the valley, the snow leopard has already been waiting on the summit above. It has waited for hours, perhaps even days. Despite the freezing cold, relentless snowfall, and bone-chilling wind, patience is the snow leopard's deadliest weapon. When the prey enters range, it leaps down from above like a shadow. Gravity accelerates its descent, the distance closes in seconds, and the prey does not even have a chance to escape. This technique is so effective that the snow leopard succeeds in 50% of its hunting attempts. In a world where the average success rate for big cats ranges between 20 and 30%, the snow leopard completely shatters that average. That is because it uses not only its muscle power, but gravity itself as a weapon. The Barrel, or Tibetan wild goat, is its primary prey, and the Boral is never an easy target. We are talking about a massive creature weighing up to 400 kilograms. These animals were born in this rocky terrain. They know every escape route and can move even faster than the snow leopard. They travel in groups and alert the entire herd at the slightest sign of danger. Despite this, the snow leopard still manages to hunt the barrel because of strategy, because of patience, and because the Himalayas have shaped it specifically for this impossible hunt. When it hunts a barrel, the snow leopard can feed on that carcass for up to 2 weeks. The freezing air does not spoil the meat. It acts as a natural freezer. The snow leopard returns to its kill every day. It eats, rests, warms itself, and eats again. Asterisk, asterisk. This is the pinnacle of energy conservation. Rather than expending energy on a new hunt every day, it extracts the maximum possible benefit from a single kill. The snow leopard is a solitary hunter. This is not a choice, but a necessity imposed by the Himalayas. Prey is scarce, the terrain is vast, and food is extremely limited. It is nearly impossible for 2 snow leopards to coexist in the same area. Each individual controls a massive territory spanning between 100 and 500 square kilometers. It marks this territory with scent marks, claw marks, and pheromones left on rock surfaces. Other snow leopards read these invisible boundaries and quietly retreat. Physical conflict is virtually non-existent on these peaks, because in the Himalayas, being injured means certain death. Snow leopards understand this harsh reality. There is a silent agreement among them, boundaries that must never be crossed for a long time. We knew very little about this creature, one of the world's most elusive animals. Population estimates remained inconsistent for decades because spotting it was nearly impossible. However, the secrets began to unravel. Traps were placed along the rugged slopes of the Himalayas. The organization, known as the Snow Leopard Trust, has been tracking this elusive creature since 1981. The result of this decades-long effort is this: the total number of snow leopards worldwide is estimated to be between 4,000 and 6,500. No one knows the exact number because humans have still not set foot in large parts of the Himalayas, and the snow leopard prefers precisely these inaccessible places. It seems to have adopted staying away from humans as its greatest survival strategy. However, this ghost-like survival strategy comes at a heavy cost: habitat loss. As human settlements in the Himalayas continue climbing higher every year, the snow leopard's world is shrinking at an alarming rate. Shepherds are now taking their flocks to higher elevations. When burrell numbers decline and there is no alternative prey left, the snow leopard inevitably attacks these flocks. Shepherds, in turn, kill snow leopards to protect their livelihoods. This is a tragic conflict where both sides have their own justifications. Yet the snow leopard suffers the greatest damage. Of course, poaching for the fur and bone trade remains a serious issue. But the greatest blow to the population comes from this unavoidable conflict over habitat. Fortunately, there are encouraging developments. In recent years, the Snow Leopard Trust has developed joint programs with local herders by providing livestock guard dogs, livestock insurance systems, and alternative income sources. In some regions, we are beginning to see a decrease in conflict and a gradual recovery in the snow leopard population, but we mentioned something at the beginning of the video. The number of people who have seen it does not exceed a few thousand, but it has already seen you now. That sentence carries a much deeper meaning in those impossible peaks of the Himalayas, where oxygen levels drop by half and temperatures fall to 30 degrees below zero. There exists a flawless design. It has massive lungs because the Himalayas robbed it of oxygen. It has a powerful tail because the Himalayas tried to throw it off balance. It has broad paws because the Himalayas buried the ground in snow. It is patient because the Himalayas taught it the heavy cost of haste, and it is invisible because the Himalayas showed it what being seen truly means. Because this brutal landscape taught it, almost like a lesson given to humanity itself, the harshest truths about survival. The snow leopard is a product of the Himalayas themselves, and also their master. The mountains shaped it, and it came to rule the mountains. The world's highest peaks chose their own ruler, and that ruler is still there, watching silently from among the rocks. You will never know how long it has been watching. In the next installment of this series, we will leave behind the silence of the Himalayas and head toward a completely different landscape, lands ruled by a far harsher and louder force. Make sure to keep your notifications on so you do not miss that moment, because our next guest will not be nearly as quiet.